my name is Alice and I am an ALT in Shiga Prefecture. So I'm getting ready to end my contract in August, and I thought I would try to give you some advice on different ALT programs or coming to Japan to teach. Right now is a really good time to come to Japan since a lot of places are looking for English teachers because of the 2020 Olympics. So if this has always been your dream, hopefully I can help you choose the best option for you, because there are many different English teaching options available. I have my notes right here, so if you see me looking to the side, I am just looking things up. So unless you have a JLPT level 1 or 2, you're probably not looking for translation work or work as a CIR, which is like fine. I have an N3 and that is more than enough to live comfortably in Japan. And actually, you don't even really need Japanese language skills to be an ALT. Some places actually prefer it because then you can't fall back into Japanese when you're explaining things to students. So don't worry if you can't speak Japanese. There are three main options for coming to Japan to teach English. So the first and probably most common option is to work at an eikaiwa. An eikaiwa is an English conversation school, aka a cram school. This is the kind of place where housewives go to learn English in their spare time, or businessmen come after work to learn English, or children after school or before school if they're too young even. So you will have a wide range of clients and you are the primary teacher in this situation. You do have to use the materials that your company provides you, but you can generally get to know your clients on a more personal basis. Eikaiwas are great for people who want to live in a city because you generally choose the location of your eikaiwa, or at least the general region. They're also great for people who like unconventional work schedules. Many people who work for eikaiwas don't have 2 days off in a row, but they do have more flexible schedules when it comes to work. For example, working 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. if you're a night owl, or having a break in the middle of the day. However, the turnover rate for eikaiwas are pretty high, and they really do work you very hard. The pay isn't horrible, but it's not great, and it's probably the lowest paid option out of these three. The one good part about an eikaiwa is if for some reason you actually have the time to do this, you're not contractually obligated to be with only that eikaiwa. You can work a second job if you want, which brings in more money, and that's a really big deal for a lot of people. Your next option is to apply for the JET program. So I am a prefecturally hired JET. So I am an ALT at a high school in rural Shiga Prefecture, and I have been teaching for 2 years now, and I really love my community and my school, and the program has been really great. But it's not for everyone. So you should apply to JET if you are really interested in teaching. Teaching should be your main purpose in coming here, in my opinion, because the truth of the matter is your daily life is teaching. 5 out of those 7 days, and sometimes even more depending on your school and all of the activities they have, are devoted to being with your kids and teaching them. And that's really great. You get to see the kids grow up and progress through their learning, and that's been a really great privilege, and you don't really get that with an eikaiwa since your clients are coming only occasionally, or you might never see them again, only a couple times. So I've really enjoyed seeing my kids grow up and helping them learn new things. The Tokyo Olympics are coming up, and so I know they are increasing enrollment into the program because they're trying to get more English fluent speakers out there before the Olympics. So this is actually a really good time to apply. In the past, it's been very, very difficult to be accepted into the JET program, and it's been highly, highly competitive. It's most likely still highly competitive, but your chances are greater right now than they've ever been before. Finally, you have your third option, which nobody really talks about, and that is being a private hire ALT. So an ALT is an assistant language teacher. I am not the main teacher in my classes. I have a co-teacher who is a Japanese native speaker and also an English teacher. So a private hire ALT is hired through an agency directly to the school. A couple of companies for private hire ALTs are Altia and Interact. I suggest Interact over Altia. I know some people who have had experiences with both, and generally Interact is a more positive experience from what I've gotten out of it. But these ALTs also teach at public schools, so you're teaching at like middle schools, high schools, elementary schools, and it's a really great chance to get involved with the kids. However, Altia and Interact private hire ALTs generally work for several schools at a time. JETs also work for several schools at a time, but generally not as crazy as the Altia or Interact schedules. So these are three options you have to come to Japan and teach English. There are several more that are like less explored. All three of these need a bachelor's degree in any subject. It can be anything. You just need a bachelor's degree. So I hope that this opened some doors for you and you have like more of an idea of what you want to apply for, and I hope that you enjoy your time teaching in Japan.